All new tonight at 11, we've been tracking the Ohio EPA's findings of elevated lead levels near the former Bunting Bearings site in Delta for weeks now. And those findings prompted a pop-up lead testing clinic for residents.
But tonight we're hearing from a family that thinks the exposure may have been going on for much longer. Steve Iwanek spoke with a concerned mom. Steve, she says her kids recently had some alarming test results.
You've got that right, Kaylee and Jeff. Eva Moore says her concerns started well before the EPA released its findings last month. Doctors tell her recent blood tests showed elevated lead levels in her two youngest children. And for months, she says she could not figure out why. Now Moore believes she may finally have the answer. Eva Moore is a mom to six. She lives just steps from the Bunting Bearings site on Van Buren Street, a facility now being demolished as part of a relocation. In January, the Ohio EPA confirmed high lead levels in the air near that site. For the last 15 years, Moore has called the neighborhood home. First in a mobile home park directly behind the property, now just down the road on Linwood Avenue. A routine checkup for her 3-year-old son Finn last April turned into something much more. His blood lead level came back at 4.9.
What? What is that? What do you mean?
The Centers for Disease Control says the accepted level is 3.5. Officials with the Fulton County Health Department says anything above that requires more testing. But Finn wasn't alone. Moore's youngest child, 2-year-old Story Jean, tested at 5.1 last November.
I felt like a horrible mom, too. I'm like, how is this possible? Where did it come from?
Moore says she started a process of elimination, testing their water and their home for lead.
We came up with no lead here.
So now she believes it has to do with the teardown, and she has her reasons.
We live near the school. We're right near the park. We're outside. We homeschool. We're outside all the time.
Moore says even doctors believe her theory.
What are the odds she could have had lead poisoning? And they were like, pretty good.
Both children are now on doctor-ordered iron treatments, and Finn's levels have dropped. Just weeks ago, the Fulton County Health Department held a community testing clinic after the news from the state EPA. Of the 140 tests, officials say only a handful came back with high levels. But for Moore, the frustration lingers.
Helpless is an understatement. And I realize that these guys don't have levels where they want them taken to the hospital for chelation therapy or anything like that. Like that's scary.
Now, it is not clear at this time if there is a direct link between the kids' test results and the facility. I reached out to Bunting Bearings for comment, and a spokesperson tells me the site has air monitors to track for lead exposure, and for the last 5 years, levels have been far below the CDC's accepted amount. Moore says both kids were just tested again Monday and is expecting new results next week. In studio, Steve Iwanek, WTOL 11.